Good morning, boys. What is up? Today is Tuesday, July 15th. I made $4,400 today trading the Nasdaq. Let's get into a little trade recap for you guys. So, coming into market open, my bias was extremely bullish. If we look at the 4-hour time frame, we can see overnight price ended up displacing, created a 4-hour order block. Wednesday 4-hour order block. We got a down closing candle and an up closing candle above all of these wicks, giving us a strong confirmation that price is ready to push higher. Tap into this order block as well as a 1-hour breaker block and a 15-minute fair value gap. This was overnight. Again, this was like a midnight. Price just rips, right? But what we do overnight is create this 1 hour and the price never taps into. So we create a bullish 1-hour fair value gap at 2 a.m. and you can see price, which is also London lows. So price sweeps London lows while tapping into a bullish 1-hour order or fair value gap. If we look at ES, actually swept London lows pre-market. Damn, I did not think they swept. Okay, I'm wrong then. All right, but we had this 15-minute bullish fair value gap and also a 1-hour order block. So we have this, my Confluences. We have a 1-hour order block, 1-hour fair value gap, several other hourly order blocks, but I only care about the most recent one. So this order block, this fair value gap, and a 15-minute fair value gap as well. When price tapped into all of these, souped London lows and closed inside this fair value gap, that is when I went long, which was at 9:44, right? That is when I went long, targeting this unfilled 5-minute above us, right? This is my original TP. But guess what happened? Look what ES did while we were doing that. ES tapped into a 5-minute. If we look at this time frame, right? And ES is much more bearish than Nasdaq, which worried me about the trade. But if we look at the time that price tapped into that fair value gap, it is 9:45. 9:45. So I waited for this candle to close, took profits, and then price just dumped, and right now it's consolidating, not really doing much. Honestly, today was not the best price action because I wouldn't have said shorts were valid either, just because of all the bullish confluences in this leg. Maybe you could have waited for this 5 minutes to close, but then your risk to reward is actually just fucking cooked, right? Like, what are you doing? So most obvious plays for me today were just longs, 1-hour fair value gap, hourly order blocks, 15-minute fair value gap. We respected it. I did go long. Another trade I did like was this one. So we had an order block pre-market, price tapped into and respected, right? And we kind of did respect it. We didn't really close below it. You could have just done this. Since we respected it and market open does bring a lot of volatility. Stops below the low, TP up here, and you had a nice 1 to 1.74. I do this often. If price respects a PD array on the 5-minute right before market open, I will enter in that trade. Because market open will usually, you're not going to get this inverse entry to this high at market open. Market open is going to rip fucking 40 points, right? If we did inverse this though, I might have entered in long, targeting like 23,300, 23,250, just like psychological levels. Shout out Cole for that because I never thought of using those as take profits until recently. You can use just even numbers. It sounds really stupid, but even numbers that are just really satisfying to look at are places where a lot of sellers will sell at 23,250, 23,300. Those numbers are just places where sellers are going to be willing to sell because it's just an easy number to think of, and it sounds so fucking dumb, but it's true. Same thing as the Nasdaq hitting or the ES hitting 6,000, right? When we hit 6,000, price probably just dumped for a bit. If I can find it. I'm not finding that. Fuck that. But you guys know what I mean. But trade was based off respective of 15-minute fair value gap, respective an hourly fair value gap, respective an hourly order block, swept London lows, swept data lows. That's the most important one. We also had this 2-minute that I did want to see get inversed, and it did, and then dumped. But this 2-minute that failed to get inversed. But what happened when we failed to inverse it? We failed to inverse it, and then immediately got an up closing candle. So we're not really respecting that inverse. Not only did we disrespect that inverse, so we didn't respect the inverse, we also respected this 15-minute. So we got an up closing candle inside a 15-minute while disrespecting a failed inverse. So those are my confluences. And like I said, TP did get a fucking hit. Overall, great trading day. Made $716 on 4 top step accounts because I don't have 5. because one of my accounts is eligible for a payout, so I'm not touching that one. I'm waiting until all my accounts are eligible for a payout to take one big payout for you guys to see. My alpha accounts have 3 winning days. Hopefully I can get 2 more this week. That'd be fucking great. But yeah, for Top Step, I need 1 more winning day. That's the plan, to just take a small trade tomorrow. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment. Let me know if you guys are interested again in getting one-on-one help by me and George. Take you through everything. Literally hold your hand through everything. The waitlist is going to be in bio. Also gives you access to the free Discord. We just have some sauce in there if you guys are interested in joining that as well. Hope you guys have a great fucking day. Trade safe, and I'll see you boys tomorrow. Peace out.